Happy Friday, everyone! We made it to the weekend, and I am so excited because tomorrow I'm going axe throwing. It's a really good way to let off some steam, and I get to pretend I'm training to be like Kratos. But it sucks because I can't recall axes in real life. But anyways, I'm Stella Chung, and in today's fix, Baldurs Gate 3 is really earning its M rating, and its full frontal nudity has been a shock for some players. But in less spicy news, Bethesda games are coming to Nvidia's cloud streaming service, and a new Pokemon Presents event is announced for this month. Presented by Pringles. Baldurs Gate 3 is jump-scaring players during character creation with full nudity. Right at the start of the game, a warning pops up asking if you want to turn nudity off. If you leave it on or overlook that screen, you'll be in for, an eyeful. Baldurs Gate 3 has an incredible character customization system that lets you detail your character with the most intricate adjustments. And of course, in that system, that also includes different types of genitals. Clicking the toggle hide clothes has very literal results, and it will hide all clothes. Usually that option would just reveal your character's body with underwear on, but in Baldurs Gate 3, that just Thanos snaps all clothing away, underoos included. I won't spoil the options for people, but let's just say things get very detailed. But be warned, some high-profile streamers are getting caught with their pants down, quite literally. Shroud was live creating his character on Twitch yesterday and found out what the hide clothes button does. Miss Mika, yes, that Mika who beat Elden Ring with a dance pad, was shocked to see her fully nude character, and Anne Fuchsia screamed after accidentally flashing her chat with her character's birthday suit. So if you're streaming, definitely be aware of this button showing a little more than you probably want it to. But also be forewarned that the character creation screen isn't the only thing in the game that might be too hot for Twitch. This shouldn't be too much of a surprise though. Before launch, developer Larian Studios revealed that you can have sex with the druid in bare form. That definitely set the tone for how Baldurs Gate 3 would go down. See what I did there? You like that? No? Okay, great. Senior writer John Corcoran said, spent the past week or so doing final tests on some companion romance arcs, and damn, I'm still surprised at just how horny this game is. Bear's got nothing on what's still to come. So I guess you could say that's just the tip of the iceberg. Let's be real, all RPG fans love some good romance, and Baldurs Gate 3 has plenty of options and paths for those looking for love. There are 12 classes and a multitude of party members you can gather and characters you can meet. Larian's last project, Divinity Original Sin 2, had multiple romance options, but Baldurs Gate seems like it'll top that, considering it boasts around 174 hours of cinematics. Corcoran also added, don't get me wrong, it's also affecting, funny, gripping, and worthy of any number of superlatives you can dream up. But also mainstream, big budget horny in a way I thought went extinct in the mid-90s in movies, and may never have been seen in games of this scale. In case you're not convinced that this game is in fact so horny, one of the voice actors Larian hired was hired exclusively for making sexy noises. Actor Alex Jordan revealed on TikTok that he was asked if he wanted to voice act for Baldurs Gate 3, and when he asked what role he would play, they said, no, not a role. We've finished recording all that stuff, I'm afraid. No, what we need is sexy sounds. Jordan said, it was very awkward as I made sounds like and ah, and then I kissed my hand a whole lot. So you think about that. You mull that over as you run around, you little horny perverts, with your little perverted role plays, you randy bastards. End quote. Those are his words, not mine. I think that's going to be the only thing I think about during those scenes now, though. Thanks, Jordan, for ruining my future romance scenes. The sounds are brought to you by a dude making out with his hand like high schoolers trying to figure out how to kiss properly before prom. That's honestly going to be a little hard to forget. Moving on to some very unhorny news, Nvidia has a new GeForce Now cloud gaming service that is getting some Bethesda games onto its roster. Nvidia didn't release the specific titles coming from each franchise, but Doom, Quake, and Wolfenstein games will be added this month. Nvidia and Microsoft signed a 10-year agreement to bring Xbox PC games onto this cloud gaming service last February, and now we're seeing titles slowly become available on Nvidia's platform. Gears 5 was the first-party game announced to be playable on GeForce Now. GeForce Now subscription tiers include Priority, which lets players stream Gears 5 at 1080p at 60 FPS, or Ultimate, where players can stream it at 4K resolution at 120 FPS or 240 FPS at lower latency. The only thing with GeForce Now is that you do need to own the games before you can stream them. GeForce Now just makes it possible to make your laptop, Mac, TV, Android, or iPhone devices into gaming rigs just as powerful as a PC build. Nvidia also confirmed the next 3 games coming from the Xbox Game Studios portfolio that includes Arcade Leon's Deathloop, Grounded, and Pentiment. These games will be available May 25th, with more PC games from Xbox to be added regularly. Really stoked to run Pentiment at 4K 240 FPS because I really wanted to eliminate those manuscripts. GeForce Now subscribers will also have access to Baldurs Gate 3 today, and 41 other titles will drop this month, including titles like WrestleQuest, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, that Jet Set Radio-inspired game, and Superhot, which is really only lukewarm when you put it up against Baldurs Gate. Nintendo just announced a new Pokemon Presents event airing August 8th at 6 a.m. PT. That kind of interferes with my Pokemon sleep grinding, but I guess I'll just stock up on coffee like Detective Pikachu and tough it out. In a tweet, the official Pokemon account confirmed Pokemon Presents will be 35 minutes long, so at least you can take a nap after that. There were no further details on what will actually be presented, but we're probably getting release dates for the DLC expansions for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, since they're slated to launch later this year. We might also get a better look at the sequel to Detective Pikachu, which has a release month of this October. But also, we could be getting more information on that new Pokemon Concierge animated series coming to Netflix, or Pokemon Ultimate Journeys, the final arc for our childhood hero, Ash Ketchum. There's a lot that Nintendo could reveal for Pokemon, so make sure to mark your calendars for Pokemon Presents. I have never said Pokemon so many times in a row, and that word just is absolutely made up now. Have you played Baldur's Gate 3 yet? If so, what's your character class? I'm gonna start it soon when I have some free time to actually lose my life to it, but I'm thinking I might go rogue or cleric. But we'll see. In the meantime, since you're all caught up on the news, check out my breakdown of Apex Legends Season 18 and how Revenant's complete rework will play. I'm Stella Chung, keep on gaming, and I'll see you next time.